morning. Welcome back to 20EC607L Internet of Things Laboratory. Almost we have completed the 8 experiments. Now we are going to see the PAR sensor interfacing with Nodemcu. Previous things we have connected that Arduino Uno board. So now we are going to connecting Nodemcu ESP8266 controller. So here also we are going to use a install the library separately. So for that only it is going to be communicate with that particular controller. But software we have using as a Arduino IDE only. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the PAR sensor. What is PAS sensor? It is a pyroelectric infrared sensor. It is used to identify the human in and around the object. So whether the human is inside the place or outside the place, it is easily identify this with the help of this sensor. What is the difference between ultrasonic and the PAS sensor? Means both of them are measuring the distance and then object identified, but PAS sensor having a up to that more than 100 degrees Celsius has the object has to be easily identified that. So say for an example, if the mosquito is moving in and around, so it is also the object only, but how that this particular human has to be identified means it is capable to identify that above this 90 degrees Celsius, so that human is mainly that inside the place or outside the place, it easily identified that. So this is the explanations for the PAR sensor. So now we are going to use the Arduino IDE. So the same procedure what we have discussed in the previous classes. Now click the Arduino IDE. So before that, we are going to see the aim of this experiment. To write the program for PAR sensor using with Arduino, and output will display in Nodemcu. So apparatus required is a Nodemcu PAR sensor or HCSR501, and then breadboard, jumper wires, micro USB cable. Arduino IDE is the software. So this is the apparatus required, and then procedure in installing the Arduino IDE software. Select the Arduino IDE icon. After opening, go and click the file. So in this file, you have to click the preferences. So after clicking the preferences, one dialog box has opened here. See the additional board manager URL. So you need to type this URL here. Then only the board manager has to be installed that 8266 module. So after you just click it, and then after OK, click the OK button and go and see the board manager. Inside the board manager, after clicking the board manager, again that library, it will be automatically going there. So inside that you need to click that ESP8266. So here that search button has to be display here. It is taking the time. after this 8266 has to be uh, install that, and then you just need to click that board manager, and then you have to go to here, you have to type it ESP 8266. So from this, here there will be a install icon, you just need to click this, it is going to be installed, it takes a time, and then afterwards install that, you have to close here. I already installed, and then after clicking, the board manager window open, scroll the window page to bottom till you see the module with the name ESP, this board manager, you need to click the board manager. So and then after installing that, it has to be place that ESP 8266. Okay, and then once we get it, select the module and select the version of the ESP 8266. See here, so you have a ESP 8266 boards, so you need to click this ESP Nodemcu 1.0 ESP12E module. You just need to click it, and afterwards it will be reconfigure that all your datas here. You don't need to click either that. Okay, so after that, you have to write the program in the editor. After clicking the file, you have to need to go new, click the new button. So again, it is going, it defaultly has set up this voice setup and loop. You have to write the program. After writing the program, you just need to save that in your permanent location. Just Internet of Things laboratory. So I have saved in the all the files there only. Click the new folder. I have given my program name itself, PAR sensor. Again, same procedure. Click to verify here. If the error is not here, means next we proceed to upload the option. After uploading, You just need to connect that all your pin configuration here. It is taking the time because new controller and then libraries and then all your uh, backside of your libraries and also it is going to be installed defaultly, so that it is taking the time. After compiling, you have to upload that your options. Wait for some time, it is loading. Here the baud rate is 1,15,200 baud rate. I have chosen the COM5 port here. The explanation of the program is here the globally I have declared that a status and sensor as a pin connection is status for 12th pin and 13th pin for your sensor. So inside the void setup, you know that you have to declare that input and output connection here, and then your loop configurations, it is going to be user state as your one of the variable, and then from the sensor, that is that your input now. So that sensor, it is a PAR sensor, it is going to be read into the state. If the state value is high means it is a motion detector. If the state value is low, no other motion has to be detected means it will be a print as a motion absent. So this is entirely the old concept only, but also you have to implement that into your Nodemcu defaultly. Its background, all the library files has to be installed and configure that all that library files and all, so it is taking that time. So during the compilation only it is taking the time, and afterwards upload also it is going to be configured with the help of that Nodemcu controller, so that after that you have to connect that what is that your input connection and what is that output connections. So this will be automatically used at the pin connection same in that your Arduino board itself. The same typically what you are, how you are going to connecting that, the same thing here we are going to using that. And also I want to tell that here the digital pin, analog pins and all, here they are having a separately the pin connection totally different here. Okay, after completing this there is no error. So this is the segment byte descriptions IROM 2,34,788 bytes code in the flash memory. So after this only you need to upload this After clicking the upload, it is done uploading. Correctly the connection has to be connected, so that only it is coming like this message, hard resetting via RTS pin. So after that we need to check the connection here, and then after that you need to click this, see that serial monitor here. See the Nodemcu pin connection. So D0 is equivalent to 16, D1 is equivalent to 5. So that only a PR sensor I have connected a D1 pin as a 5 and D0 pin as a LED. It is in a 16 pin. So the entire connection, your pin configuration is like this only. So you need to give a number, means this will be equivalent to this. So correctly you have to give, then only the output will be viewed there. After knowing this 3 pin, you just need to connect that ground pin, this orange color pin. I'm just going to connecting this ground, and then power pin you need to connect that 3V3, no need to connect in the V in. So this configuration only you have to know that, and then your output pin is red color, so that is I am going to connecting here D1. Okay, corresponding to the pin connection, we have seen in the Arduino board and all, just number, directly we have given the number. So for that each number it is having that your pin connection. So for example, say for an example, for 16th pin, it is having that your pin connection is a D1 only. For 5th pin it is having that defaultly it is a D0. So likewise you have to see that. So remembrance of that, I will show that all the pin configurations to that equivalent to that number. Okay, so I'm connecting this. After that clicking that serial monitor, we have to use the show the output here. So the output is correctly that it has to be dumped into that controller. So when it is blinking only, your code will be, all the code will be is dumping here. Otherwise it is not blinking, means your code will not be dumped here. So this is what the entire program. Okay, see the output I just given defaultly. If there is no object in this, see here it is a motion absent. If I am giving some presentation, that means the object here, so it is a motion absent. If I am giving some object here, it has detected here, see this, so it is a motion absent. If I am giving some object here, it has detected here, see this. After connection, I have changed here state is equal to 0, and then your serial begin 1,15,200. So if I am not giving this, we cannot run all the code to that entire controller like that. So only I am giving this. So after I just upload that, you need to click that serial monitor here. So defaultly it is absent. I'm going to giving a motion here, that means object. So I've just given an object here, it is detected. See that the output is in a serial monitor. Now I'm taken that the motion absent. Again I'm keeping here motion detected. So this is the output. Your output is verified here. Thank you.